Hi, it's Dr. Nancy Zare, and I'm going to share with you information about vocal qualities, helping you to identify those 4 different buying styles. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get the slideshow started. Okay, so again, Dr. Nancy Zare, Selling with Styles, taking a look at our vocal qualities. Do you know what the biggest annoyance is between coworkers when it comes to voice? It happens to be when somebody speaks in a different speed than you. If they're faster or slower, it's annoying. It's the biggest annoyance between coworkers, mismatched vocal qualities. Well, here's what we're going to take a look at. We're going to talk about those vocal qualities, 3 of them in specific. We're going to take a look at certain characteristics, and we're going to understand tone. And I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. So the 3 vocal qualities that we're going to look at are speed, how fast or slow someone speaks; volume, how loud or soft they speak; and inflection. Now, inflection means using the voice up and down the scale, drawing out syllables and making it sound like music. That's inflection. And we're going to talk, as always, about those 4 magical buying styles. And we're going to start with the number 2 buyer, that red hot, can't wait to sell and buy, very successful buyer. They have talk fast and they talk loud. And when you talk fast and you talk loud, you have no time for inflection. So there is like no inflection in their vocal qualities. And one of the ways you can tell that you're talking to the number 2, because they're always in a hurry, always fast, is that they will interrupt you. As soon as they think they know the end of the sentence or what you're trying to tell them, they interrupt and off they go to another topic. So be aware that this person interrupts and gets right in the middle of what you're saying. And when they speak, it's like bullet, 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 bullet. They bum, 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 bum. It's kind of staccato and it comes right at you. The overall tone is one of being very directive, telling you what to do, very commanding, and very demanding. Okay? That's the kind of tone that our number 2 buyer has. Now remember, they're really good buyers because they're ready to buy when they pick up that phone and call or when you're visiting them in person. The number 4 buyer, this harmonious, friendly, trusting buyer, they take about 3 or 4 touch points before they say yes. +1, that +1 is because you need to circle back within 24 hours and let them know it's about them and not about the sale. They do speak relatively fast and loud. You won't have to strain to hear them. However, they have lots of inflection. And so their voice is fast, but it slows down with inflection, and you will hear the music. So if you know somebody who speaks like that and makes it sound like you're at a concert, that's probably your number 4 buyer. Now, they also interrupt, but they interrupt for a different purpose. They say, yes, oh, tell me more. They are interrupting in order to create a connection and to bond with you, to let you know that, yeah, I hear what you're saying. We're alike. They're very chatty, very talkative, and you need to be prepared to spend a little extra time with them, because if they feel that you cut them off prematurely, then you won't make the sale. So it's very important that they feel like there's a friendship involved. And if you're on a time schedule, then you might like to politely let them know, oh my gosh, I would love to continue to talk, but I've only got 5 minutes to the next appointment. Can you help me out? And you know what? They will. They will help you out. And the kind of tone you're going to hear is warm and friendly. That's the kind of tone you'll hear from the number 4 buyer. Number 6 buyer, this orderly, structured, conservative, safety-minded buyer. This person is going to be calling up the company and wanting the services a great deal because they want their property to look right and to be maintained and to follow the rules. You will find that they speak with moderate pace, not too fast, not too slow, and you'll be able to hear them well enough. They use their indoor voice, so it's not very loud, but it's not soft either. But they also use inflection, and not as much as our number 4, but you can hear from the way I'm speaking, there is some inflection. What's important, and this is what is a dead giveaway, is that they speak in full sentences and complete paragraphs. You hear that they have finished a thought, boom, and there's a period at the end, boom, and that there's a complete paragraph around it. They're very reserved, not that talkative, certainly not about their personal life or anything too close to them. And so the tone you're going to hear is very formal. Now, take note of this. They don't like to be interrupted. So they won't interrupt you. And if perchance you interrupt them, you might even have them say, "I'm sorry," because the rules got broken. All right, number 6 buyer. We're off to number 8 buyer, the educated buyer, the learning style. This is our green buyer, and this is the person who speaks slowly. And notice I also softened my voice. It may be harder for you to hear. Yes, this person speaks low and slow and in a monotone. No inflection. So it kind of is deadpan, you know, it can kind of put you to sleep because there's not a lot of variation in their voice. What you will notice is that they ask a lot of questions, and these questions are fairly deep questions, complex questions having to do with how you're going to service their home and how that all works. They're very curious to understand and learn how to properly service their home. You will find pauses as they are searching for the right word or phrase, and so there'll be pauses as they speak. And the overall tone, it'll come across like a professor, like they're lecturing to you, not in a mean way, just they're telling you stuff. And it just comes across in that kind of monotone way. So if you have any questions, of course, direct them to me, Dr. Nancy Zare at Rapport Builders. Thank you, Adriano, and SSC Windows. To your sales success, it's Dr. Nancy Zare.